Welcome to the first ever video for learning how to do some remediation work. So this is the first lesson. It's on adding and subtracting integers. So what I'm using right now is my iPad to write on, and it's recording, and hopefully you can hear me loud enough, but you should make sure that you let me know as soon as possible if you have trouble hearing anything or anything like that. So I have the syllabus for, since it's the first part of our unit, there's a lot of things that we're going to go over that you should have already learned, like adding and subtracting integers, multiplying and dividing integers, switching between fractions, decimals, percents, and you could read through the rest of your list by itself, but you should know how to do this. At the end, when you are all done, you're going to check through the completed so that you remember that you did it. We will be guiding you through each day, and after this video and you take your notes in your booklet, you will be on your own. So you'll have an assignment that you'll do on your own, and that's when you use your cups in your group and ask us for help. Anything not done in class will be for homework. We will make those instructions clear to you as we go. So, moving right along to our first lesson, adding and subtracting integers. So, when we add and subtract, sometimes our numbers are positive, sometimes they're negative. And as we're adding, we usually move to the right on the number line. As we subtract, we usually move to the left. So that's how I'm going to show how this works. So I'm going to take my blue. I'm going to start here at number 2 on the number line, as we're doing number 1. And we're going to do 2 plus 6. Well, we've done this before many times. You probably know that it's 8, but we can use our number line. So we'll go over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, only 6. Let me erase my extra part. Oh, I can only do so much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 8. So my answer is 8. 5 minus 2 will look a little different. So this time I'm going to start at 5. And I'm going to subtract 2 this time. So 5 minus 1, excuse me, there we go. 5 minus 1, 5 minus 2, my answer is 3. Well, that's the easy part, but now we have to do it with the negatives. So let's do it again. This time I'm going to start at 3, and I'm going to add negative 7. So I'm adding a negative number. 3 plus negative 7 is the same thing as saying 3 minus 7. I'm adding a negative number, so I'm actually going backwards. So I'm going to go back 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And now my answer is negative 4. Or, finally on my last example, I'm going to start at negative 4 this time, and then I'm going to add a negative 1. So if you think about it, it's the same thing as last time. We had negative 4, but instead of we're adding a negative number, it's the same thing as subtracting. So this is negative 4 minus 1. So we're going negative 4 minus 1 to the left one. Oh, sorry. Minus 1. Come on. Why is it doing this? There we go. Minus 1, negative 5. So there's our first part. So if you like to use the number line, you may draw a number line every single time. However, I do not. I like to know the rules. So if I have the same sign, for example, on number 1, I had the same sign. 2 was positive, and 6 was positive because the number in front is positive. That's when we add. So same sign, we add. And then another one with the same sign, we had negative 4 plus negative 1. Those are both negative numbers. So those have the same sign. We add, and then we keep the sign. So, for example, number 1 down here, 2 plus 6, which we already did, we add because they're the same sign. We have 8. And we keep this sign in front. The sign in front of 2 is positive. The sign in front of 6 is also positive. So our answer is positive 8. Down here, we have the same sign. We have -4 and -1. They're both the same sign, so we add them together and we get 4 plus 1 is 5, and we keep the sign in front. So that's a negative number. So -5. In the real world, there's a great way of thinking of it in money. So in money, if it's positive, like $2, I had $2, and we're adding because it's positive again. I got $6 more. So this 2 plus 6, I have a grand total of $8. I had $2, I got 6 more, I have $8 now. And now with owing people money, that's like negative. So I owe Steve $4, so that's -$4. And I owe Stephanie $1. So I also owe, I'm adding debt, Stephanie $1. So how much do I owe total? I owe $5. Hopefully that's helpful. At this point, if you understand that or you want to hear it again, you should look at it and listen again, because that's going to come up a lot. If the signs are different, you subtract and keep the sign of the larger. Keep the larger number sign. So in number 3, we have a different sign, so we're going to subtract 7 minus 4. And so 7 minus 3, rather, which is 4, and we keep the sign of the larger one. So 7 is larger, so -4 is our answer. So we subtract 7 minus 3. We keep the sign of the larger one, which was 7, so we keep the negative sign. Okay, so for example, I have $3, so this is positive $3. I owe $7, so I'm adding that -7. And so I still owe $4. I only had 3 to start with, so I still owe $4, and that's why we keep the sign of the larger one. Same thing on 4. We subtract and we keep the sign of the larger one. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and which one has the larger sign? Well, 5 has the larger sign, so we keep that. This is positive 3. So on number 4, I have $5 and I gave Chelsea 2. So I have $5. When I owe someone money, I'm getting rid of that money, I'm subtracting it. So it's the same thing as saying I'm adding -$2 because I'm giving them away. I'm left with $3. So that's the first video. Please go to your assignment. You may rewatch anything at any point.